connected customers and total. These reports are available here.
I see it. It's in red, so I can get reports.
Okay, so now we hit red, but then before I'm gonna go down a little further.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. The law. That's why I wanted to go into the history. Go down a little bit further. We can go back to that. You know where that's at? Where you say where it says here. We'll check that later. But right now, we want to try to get to the actual net metering law itself, the legislation. It says here that the authorities are to adopt by March 2008 related to the internet net metering for investor-owned utilities, in addition to HB agreement and metering program for customer-owned renewable generation by July 1st, 2009.
Okay.
The law does not provide standards or defined net metering for municipal cities or electric cooperatives. So in other words, you can form in your community your own municipal utility company or electrical cooperative. Now that's going to be a whole another story, which is what white folks are actually doing right now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, but that's an educational process.
Yes.
That the black community is not there yet.
Okay.
And it takes somebody like me to actually get you there first before we can even break that down.
Right.
Yes, sir. The start, the captain of the ship.
Now,
General.
And then which all electrical cooperatives are required to file an annual report with the PSC and detailing the customer's participation through, and it does not have direct authority over the utility. The PSC does not have direct authority over the utility. All right, remember that.
Okay.
Now, we're going to go down, and then we're going to click down where it says authority. And then we're going to click this right here. The first thing, let's get to these things here. It said date that it was enacted in 6/2008. This right here, the name of it is called the Florida Statute, Section 369.91. Yeah.
Okay.
Just click that. There was another one at the top there, but we're going to just read this one.
Okay.
Now, all of this right here, and it's talking about biogas. Now it's talking. It breaks it down for each one, but it's talking about net metering means metering and billing methodology. Therefore, customers' own renewable generation is allowed to offset the customer's electrical consumption on site.
Okay.
Then it gets into the renewable energy means electrical energy produced from a method that uses one or more of the following fuel or energy resources: hydrogen produced or results from sources other than fossil fuel, biomass, solar energy, geothermal energy, wind energy, ocean energy, and it goes on. All right, so natural gas means that it's, all right, I'm not going to get into it. He breaks it down what it all means.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I see. It's,
and when they mean by natural gas, let me give you something on that. That they found that African goats poop produces a methane gas that is best than most other animal gas when it comes down to methane gas.
Gas.
okay.
That is converted over what you call natural gas, but it's methane gas, and that poop produces a much stronger flame than for some reason. But they're talking about the African goat, and that's why the African goat is becoming more popular on farms. So when you get one of them African goats, it keeps the grass cut down.
That's why we eat goat.
Spending money on all this other stuff. You get these goats. It'll help keep your yard looking well groomed and everything.
So what's the origin? So they need methane gas. But
these are different sources or processes of creating energy.
Well, they're trying to give the cows medication to get rid of that gas. I just seen it on the news a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I know. And these very same people that is doing that is also, is also saying there's too many human beings on planet Earth.
Yeah, and somebody said something about that. Oklahoma. Let's see. I drove to Texas. You know how many miles it is? There's nothing there. I know. It's like, okay, I don't even understand that. Move some people over there and make a new town.
Well, here's the
They
thing
don't want
about
us to
renewable
make it.
energy. They're talking about the ozone layer of the planet. So then now when we go back and we break down the concept of what this thing is about, well, first thing right now, I don't want to go there. Then you can view the entire chapter on there on top here regarding this law, this regulation. But I wanted to go down and we need to locate your electric company and get a copy of their net metering agreement. Or what you do is call.
Where am I at on the page? Or do I have to go somewhere else?
All you gotta do is go back one time on your thing at the top, and it'll take you back to where you was last at.
Right, I'm at
So they have the arrow to go back.
I think I gotta put in my zip code.
More than likely.
Okay.
I think I gotta put in
Oh,
my
boy
zip
said
code. Then I'm gonna
okay.
get phone calls.
Oh, boy
Oh,
said
no.
okay. I'm actually recording this, so now you know. So we'll have this.
St.
So-
Petersburg.
Yeah, this is a lot more to this thing that I could go into.
Yes, sir.
Because you also here is about the excess. That's another thing under net metering, Brother Spons.
Yeah.
And if you read that, it says net excess generation. That's very critical. That I kind of highlighted before we got here, but it says that the customer's excess generation, the NEG, which is the customer's net excess generation. But you remember I said sometimes your system can generate more power than what you use.
Right.
Okay, so then it's carried forward at the utilities retail rate. Okay, now that's what we wanted to hear. All right.
Okay.
As a kilowatt hour credit to the customer, next bill for up to 12 months. And at the end of the 12-month billing period, the utility pays the customer for any remaining
Ah, shucks.
at the utilities avoidance cost rate. Oh, now I see what you got going. Remember I mentioned to you about the avoidance cost? Well, now what they're saying is that to use zero out, then after that, once you zero out, then the excess will be paid to you at avoidance cost rate.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you zero out, and then which goes up, and by once a week it keeps on generating.
No. This is deal with after they look at a whole total annual usage rate. 12 months.
Okay.
You got to go there. You got to go back there and read it.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything that's not what's not. I'm not going to guess anything. I wouldn't hope and assume that you wouldn't either. That you just go basically what you read directly on this.
Right. That's what I said I was going to do. I will read it.
I understand.
Read it all.
I understand. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm perfectly clear too.
Yeah, because other than that, the next thing you know, oh what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And since he's recording, I definitely have to make sure that I keep everything straight.
Yeah. Because it's a lot.
I haven't even. I mean, I know this is why I said, but my fees is $150 an hour. But when we first start out, what I do is basically say, for residential, I'm just talking about. We don't normally go through this right here at all. I just go ahead and just have them sign this net metering agreement, and then utility audit agreement. I'm sorry, and then that pays for my time because it's a whole lot. And then once I get that done, then what happens is once you purchase the system, then I would deduct that $150 or $250. It could be $750 for commercial. And then I deduct that over the cost of the system once you purchase it. But the information that I'm giving you, people could take that information and go elsewhere after they learned it from you.
Right. That of mine. That of mine.
You know, but my time is, you know, of an importance. Like right now, I normally I be listening in, tuning in to the mosque right now.
Okay.
You know, my services it starts on Sunday at 10 o'clock.
Oh, so you have a your church goes. Oh well, your mosque.
I don't have church mosque.
Yeah, mosque goes up at on Sunday.
Yeah, and then Friday.